Hey, welcome back to Geek Out here in Old Town Burleson. As always, I'm your favorite bearded hero, Charles, along with my sidekick tonight, Chandler.
Hello.
Tonight, as always on Monday Night Madness, we will go over this week's new issues from DC Comics. And I'll let Chandler tell you a little bit about some stuff too, mostly just DC Comics. I will say that tonight we did our second week of Adventure League for D&D, which was actually a lot of fun. We had a good group. We still had about 2 tables, close to needing a third table, but so some solid fun. Tomorrow we've got our HeroClix draft as always. So
Indeed.
that'll be fun. That new Ten of Swords set is got everybody kind of raving.
It's really good. Surprise. It's a great story.
Yeah. So
It's all DC tonight.
it is all DC tonight. Marvel will be tomorrow, which next week tomorrow's gonna be a pretty decent day for Marvel and Independence.
Yes, it will.
Independence got a few good books coming out this week too. So Mondays are always the short day, so we'll just jump straight into it with issue 1046 of Action Comics with our boy Superman, which was some very cool, forged by Steel.
Steel's so cool.
Steel is so cool.
Love that guy.
Steel was one of my favorite Reign of the Superman.
He was the best one.
He was.
He's just the best one.
He was just basically and we're in the 30th anniversary of Death Superman. No, I'm not going to stop talking about it until it's over.
It's gonna be cool.
And John Henry Irons was super cool. He was just like, I'm not trying to pretend like I'm Superman.
Yeah,
I'm just
I'm
just trying to fill the void because the world needs Superman.
Because the symbol means something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which there's some really cool 30th anniversary Superman stuff coming out later this year, which I can't. 30th anniversary of Death of Superman stuff. I can't wait because it's super cool stuff. Got Dan Jurgens actually writing decent books again.
I know, right?
So with that 1046, we also DC's doing this very cool swimsuit variants, and Action Comics has, you got Clark in the background with his abs out, and Kara Zor-El with her little bikini with her little skirt, looking all like bleh.
Like that.
She's pretty.
Supergirl's great. She's the best.
Is great.
She's the best.
I was gonna say something funny, but I lost it.
I lost it.
It's funnier.
Fair enough. Yeah. That Supergirl book from a while back, that was the best.
That was Woman of Tomorrow.
Yeah, Tom King.
Yep.
That was good stuff.
Everything Tom King. The only thing better than Tom King right now is Chip Zdarsky.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I don't want to choose.
Fair. You don't have to choose. They're both great.
Exactly. No, Chip's got Daredevil. Chip's
playing both sides of the field. Tom's only playing on the DC side. So
yeah, it kind of sucks that he's exclusive. So that Vision book was the best. Yeah.
Well, it's not a DC week without Batman Fortress #4.
Another one.
This isn't ongoing, is it? It's
a mini.
It's a mini.
Yeah, it's a mini.
They haven't given us a so who knows how long this one will go. Normally, if they don't give us an it's a 12.
Yeah.
So
and Fortress
is that one's only doing monthly, not bi-weekly, like every other freaking Batman book.
Yeah,
it's always Batman book. Hey, and guess what?
Yeah,
it's not a DC show without another Batman book.
Yeah. This one's weekly.
Detective 1063. No, Detective Comics is bi-weekly.
Oh, okay.
Batman is bi-weekly, and Detective is bi-weekly, so they go back and forth.
That's right.
That's the reason why technically Superman has fewer, or Action Comics has fewer issues than Detective Comics is, because that's monthly and this is bi-weekly. Which they switched to bi-weekly so they could catch up and do a 1,000 issue special also, and then they just stayed bi-weekly.
Batman and Robin Eternal was weekly all the time.
Sometimes. Maybe it was just to get rid of get it over with.
It was because Snyder fans.
Speaking of books that I wish would just get over, I'm just kidding. DC Mech. It's fun. It's dumb. It's if you like mechs and you like DC, that's cool. Normally I like giant fighting robots. It's DC Mech.
There's a lot of MacBooks right now.
It's a lot of mech books. We just got like we've done
Not sure.
two Marvel mech books. We've done they brought back Ultraman, which is
Yeah.
mech it. I mean, it's in the same
Oh,
genre.
totally. Yeah, yeah.
Now
It's
we
like
got
what,
DC mechs. There's been a couple of independent ones, like I Fight Kaiju or I Steel.
Oh, that
yeah,
one,
yeah,
that
yeah,
one was actually pretty good.
That one was actually pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, DC mech. It's mechs. It's DC.
Book.
It's a mech book.
Yep.
Do
I
it.
did order a few of these though because the cover looks sweet.
The
Look
very
at
the
that.
very
It's
cover
robots.
is pretty sweet.
Great stuff.
Like
Why does Superman need a robot?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like we've seen him destroy giant robots.
It says it
Like-
absorbs his solar power too.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I wonder if it absorbs his solar power and then Batman jumped into it. Maybe Batman wouldn't need kryptonite to fight anything stronger than him.
Good point. I
Um,
mean, I should read it. Nah, I'm not.
there's too many really good things to read okay things.
Yes.
But with that being said, if you like mechs, it's fun. It's dumb fun. Jump on it. Next, Year 1, Chapter 3, Issue 12 of Deathstroke Inc., which has been a pretty solid Deathstroke book. It's not a bad Deathstroke.
It's just solid.
It's just solid. Solid. Nothing to write home about. But
who doesn't like
but I
that,
mean,
you know?
we did get Kal-El in a Speedo, and we got Kara Zor-El in a bikini.
Yeah.
So we obviously need Deathstroke in some swim trunks.
Yeah. Still murdering somebody too.
Yep, still
Yeah.
killing something, feeding him to the shark.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
That cool swimsuit issue, swimsuit variant,
Yeah. Logo.
little logo.
Yeah. This already came out.
That already came out. Okay.
Yes. I had to get more of them.
Dark Crisis tie-ins. All right,
So
so
Dark Crisis is still going strong. It's a good book.
so this is one of the best covers of the week. And the Harley Quinn book has not been bad. Issue 21 of Harley Quinn got that Killing Joke homage cover. It's very cool. And unlike the last homage cover that we got, this is actually done by the original artist that did the original one.
Yeah, Brian Bollins. That's a.
Yep.
I'm surprised they got him back. He didn't do
And-
much, honestly. Yeah.
And the last homage cover, they were using like an iPhone, but it wasn't an
Oh,
iPhone.
yeah.
And now this one's actually a camera, so you got the whole thing. That's a really cool cover.
Yeah. I
Like,
didn't really like
that's-
that fun one.
that might be that I think, sometimes I like getting stuff slabbed just because it's an excellent cover. That might be a slabbable cover.
That's totally a slappable cover.
I think that's
yeah.
a slabbable cover, especially if you've got the original sitting next to it.
Oh man, yeah.
That'd be a pretty cool display.
Right. Yeah.
Speaking of Harley Quinn 21 and swimsuit specials, this is probably the least thirsty. So Action Comics was very thirst trappy
Of course.
swimsuit. Like
Yeah.
it just
That's
was.
their
You had a
thing.
double thirst trap.
Yeah.
This one, swimsuit edition of Harley Quinn, and she don't look bad, but it's not very thirst trappy, which is kind of funny because most
Yeah.
regular
Good.
Harley Quinn covers
Yes.
are very thirst trappy,
Indeed.
and this one is not. It's just kind of fun, and
very
it's just very funny. And she got the hyenas just chilling, and she's like, it's a fun cover.
And the worst thirst trappy ones are the Nightwing ones.
The-
The night, like look at that over there. yeah.
Yeah, look at you.
See, we know
look
what
at you.
you're doing.
Look at your boy Nightwing.
Yeah.
It don't get much more thirst trappy than that.
We all love Dick Grayson, but like I think DC loves him a little too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they like him a lot.
And they do like him a lot.
So
It's great.
more
Yep.
Tom King.
More Tom
Human
King.
Target.
Really good.
So tell us
Really
about Human
good.
Target because it's not really a well-known character in a well-known book. So
Yeah, he
tell us
doesn't
about it.
He didn't really have that many runs in the comics. So he's a guy who essentially takes your place if you think you're going to be assassinated. So in the first issue of the new run, he took the place of Lex Luthor because Lex knew he was going to get assassinated. He takes the bullet for you. The whole premise of the character is that he can, take the bullet and he'll be okay. But this comic is about him slowly dying because of that first encounter. This is a little one-off issue that's going to be a few different stories of the Human Target throughout the years while we're in hiatus on the regular book.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And we have a B cover, which the B cover is pretty
Yeah.
cool because you see you've got his normal, and then you've got Booster Gold and some Blue Beetle and a nice suit, and then you've got I
was trying to figure this out earlier.
I would say the Green Arrow.
I don't know because his skin's green, so it might be Martian Manhunter
Yeah,
or what's that? Not a bug. What's the ambush bug? If they really wanted to pull that out,
I mean they pull out some wild stuff.
that's definitely Batman.
So it definitely got your Batman and your Robin belts on the
Is
bottom.
that supposed to be? You think that's Robin?
I think that's that
No,
might be
looks
that
like-
might be Martian Manhunter.
That maybe
That does look like
that
it.
actually is probably Martian Manhunter. Yeah.
Is that Martian Manhunter's belt? I don't know.
I
See, we
think-
could read this
Most
and we could just solve this whole mystery. But why don't you read it for us
Yeah.
and then give us feedback? All right.
Good book.
So next we got a one shot, which this actually looks entertaining, but
Interesting for
it is
sure.
interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with it. So I'm probably going to
What
read this
either.
one because it's so unique. It is a one shot Olympus rebirth, which is very intriguing because you just have some Roman gods just chilling there.
Mhm.
And that's it. I have no context on this one.
I know it's
Your
timed before
gods
this,
have returned. You know, I would figure because we do a lot of Athena and stuff like that with
Yeah.
it. But yeah, I don't know. We'll find out.
That's comics, man.
That is comics, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we've got issue 17 of everybody's second least favorite Robin.
I say first least favorite Robin. Dang it.
Damian is a little shit,
Yeah.
but I mean,
We're talking
really,
Jason.
old school Jason's a piece of shit.
I mean, if we're talking Jason as Robin,
Yeah,
totally
Jason
the
as
worst.
Robin.
He's like he Red Hood, you know. It's
I
pretty-
mean, there's a reason why we voted to kill him back whenever I was a kid.
yeah, he sucked.
For those of you that don't know that story, they're absolutely during the death of the death in the family storyline. The next to the after Joker beat the snot out of him, and then set the warehouse on fire. There was a phone number and a address that you could vote on whether or not to kill him,
Yes.
and the public overwhelmingly voted to kill him.
Yeah.
And he stayed dead for.
Ooh, like 20 years?
When did Red Hood
Yeah.
pop up?
Like mid 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like from like 86,
85,
85,
86. Yeah.
yeah,
Like
like
20 years.
yep, good 20 years.
Yeah.
I mean, that's being dead in comic lore. I mean,
yeah, that's pretty good. Not a lot of people
mean,
make it that long.
Uncle
Batman
Ben-
got 10 seconds.
Uncle Ben and
Yeah.
Uncle Ben, I think, is the only person that has stayed dead
Yeah.
at this point
At least
because
be a
like
thing that you couldn't touch 3, and it was Uncle Ben, Gwen Stacy, and Bucky. And
And-
2 of those.
Okay, so no,
just
so
don't
you
have
got
any-
Gwen Stacy, Uncle
Yeah.
Ben, Bruce or not Bruce, Thomas and Martha Wayne.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
We got Thomas, Martha,
Yeah.
Gwen Stacy, Uncle Ben, and who was the last one? Brain just went blank. Bucky.
Yeah. Bucky.
Bucky's now the Winter Soldier.
Yeah. Bucky.
Gwen Stacy is now a spider. Is now
Yeah.
a spider.
Yeah. She's all over the place. Yeah.
Thomas Wayne is now just
Flashpoint.
Flashpoint Batman. Martha
Yeah.
Wayne is Flashpoint Joker,
Yeah.
and Uncle Ben. Uncle
Ben's the only
Ben
one
is the only one that hasn't stayed dead.
for now.
So for now, I'm
Yeah.
sure that we'll find a way. There's enough multiverse. I mean, they borderline did it in the new Spider-Man movies
Yeah.
because he never.
Just
They
never talk about
never. They never acknowledged him, and
They
then
never have existed. they don't say.
they say it, and
I
then
don't know.
so and then Aunt May took the L for the team.
Yeah,
to
and she
give-
did the whole great power,
Yeah,
their responsibility.
so
That's
I
what I'm
mean-
like. What's this?
So, I mean, did he die? Did he even exist? Who knows?
Where are you, Uncle Ben?
Where are you, where are you, Uncle Ben?
Are you lost?
MCU? Where are you, Uncle Ben? Marvel 9999999999999.
Mm,
Where are you?
is that what they're actually?
I think it's 9999.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
It is weird.
616 and 1080 are the only important ones, but 1080's dead. It's
Yeah.
ultimate.
Tennessee been dead
1080 been dead and good.
for about 5 or 6 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Has it been that long since we did Secret Wars?
It's been
2?
7 years because it was summer of 15. Me too. I remember that as well at the time.
Yes, but I remember Secret Wars 1.
Yeah, that's better. That's more like it.
Next, we've got
Remember-
issues.
Starts reading Secret Wars 1.
Next, we've got issue 16 of Swamp Thing, which
Also Brian Bolland.
yep, awesome. Yep.
Yeah.
Which if you're not watching the Harley Quinn show, they recently gave us Swamp Thing in the Harley Quinn
He's
show.
like a weird
and
hippie.
he's the best weird hippie barista looking dude.
He
Like
had a
you
man bun.
he had a man bun. It was
Yeah.
great.
Thank you for opening your heart to me. That was
The
best.
I think he's now my second favorite character in that show.
Yeah.
The best character, Bang,
Well,
Bang.
LeBane.
Where my chair?
Much.
All right, now, my pick of book of the week is actually kind of funny. Well, my DC book of the week is funny because it's actually
It's a comic from the 30s.
it's 83 years old.
Yeah.
They gave us a facsimile of Detective Comics 27, the first appearance of Batman. So, straight up facsimile. Let's take a quick gander through this very awesome book. Man, if I would have realized this was coming out. So Chandler's been doing some of the ordering for me instead. We're kind of teaching him new stuff. If I would have known this, I would have ordered a lot more copies. Yeah, and he's doing a great job.
I learned it, sir.
However, like this, because they do action every couple of years they do an Action Comics reprint, but I can't remember them doing a Detective Comics reprint outside of like a trade paperback in a very long time, and I haven't I don't know they've ever done a facsimile of it. So the great thing about these facsimiles, and we've looked at facsimiles in the past, but we've never looked at one this old. You have the original. You could get a printing press, bro. A printing press to make your to have fun and earn money doing job work. Boys, won't you have fun with this outfit? $2.98 for a printing press kit.
It's also ads for guns on a kid's book.
In a kid's book.
Yeah.
So starting this issue, the amazing and unique adventures of the Batman.
Yeah.
So you get the classic the Batman straight there. You've got Crime Never Pays, which has some like snippets of like actual like criminal information. So what's really cool is I think it was 1939, which is completely wild. Helen Blixit was of Salt Lake City, was one of the leading ballistics experts of her time. And she was actually one of the people that developed the whole bullets betray no less than fingerprints. This exactly from here. Essentially what it reads out is we've all seen detective shows where you can tell ballistics from the pattern of the rifling of the bullet to where the pin strikes all of that.
Yeah.
Basically, it tells you how bullets are just the same as fingerprints, and we can tell what gun was used to shoot somebody, which is crazy. It's the traveling crime head or detective. What is a writ of habeas corpus?
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty cool that Detective Comics actually has legitimate crime fighting like information that was very pertinent to both then and now. But yeah, so you have a Batman story in here. You have the first Batman story in here.
Bob
you
Kane
have
and Bill Finger.
Tenderfoot, which is referring to the Boy Scouts, not the Native Americans.
Also, I just want to point out, like, this is the first appearance of Batman, so his design's different, right? But that last panel is the weirdest looking image of Batman I've ever seen in my life. Not that it's not great, because it is, and it kind of set the tone for the rest. But man, what's he doing coming out of that closet?
I don't know.
What's up with that closet, man?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, in case he straight threw the dude off the balcony at the end.
Oh yeah, he killed him. Yeah,
I mean, it's like so your first Batman, it wasn't just a full comic. It was like literally you got one
strip.
It was an oversized strip. You got like 4 pages. You got Tenderfoot in here. You've got Speed Saunders, Ace Investigator, and the Killers of Kurdistan by Fred Gardner.
Well, most like detective comics back in the day was actually detective stories.
Yeah, it was detective stories, so that's why he was the world's greatest detective.
Indeed.
You've got a Western detective in here.
Yeah.
So it's just great reading and very much you got Spy by Siegel and Schuster. We all know those guys from somebody else they created. Just
somebody better than Batman.
Yeah, I'll give that to you.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering, Action Comics came out just before this.
Just before. And they were killing us.
And it was. And in case you were wondering, Action Comics actually was kind of similar. Like, so you had the little stories, and yes, that was Superman. The Crimson Avenger. Bro, kind of need that jacket. That's kind of sweet.
It is kind of a sick jacket.
Look at, check out Crimson Avenger. Man, that would be the easiest cosplay ever. Just give me a red robe and wear a hat and a little dime store or a mask.
Where's Crimson Avenger at nowadays?
I'm telling you, bring him back, DC. No, you don't launch it. Bring him back.
Yeah, they won't, but it'd be nice.
Kayla and Chris are two of our 3 watchers.
Gangster. What do you mean?
Death on the, it was even cool because you had like full blown like actual like short stories. Death on the Airwaves by Paul Dean. Ooh, you get money and big prizes. You can win a bike. It looks like Pee Wee Herman's bike.
Yeah, submit now.
Submit now, right now.
Right now.
Oh, there you go.
The
Hey,
number's still going.
be an expert marksman. Have fun. Get a Daisy air rifle.
There's so many ads for guns in this book. Kind
Uh,
of awesome.
it is Bruce Nelson.
Another PI.
He's a PI in New Orleans during Mardi Gras in this issue.
Yeah. It's gonna be a wild night.
It
That
is.
looks surprisingly good.
Now you can tell, okay, so you can tell that comics weren't just for kids and they weren't really even necessarily geared towards kids or kids of all ages. I mean, look at that panel right there. That's you'll shoot your eye out. Good one, Chris. Nelson jumped to one side, drew his gun, and blew the snake's head off as it slithered across the floor.
That's kind of awesome.
It was kind of cool. I don't know if you've ever tried shooting a snake. That's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way.
I mean, there is a way. Okay, and also Signs of the Times.
Signs of the times indeed.
The Mysterious Dr. Fu Manchu
Amazing.
by Sax Romer.
Yeah.
And
You
look
would
at the
brought that back in the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
yeah,
Yeah. That was weird.
it was. Yeah, just
Oh, that's
just,
great.
just
Not the
I
best.
mean,
Not the best.
it's a time capsule.
Totally.
We are not in the oh snap, man! Stamp Collector's Corner.
What?
Danzig marks
That's
anniversary.
awesome.
The Free City of Danzig. Who says the Free City of the Free City of Burleson? Yeah, we
Probably the residents of Danzig, man.
located about 250 miles from Berlin. That makes more sense now
That
because
does
this
make more
is
sense. Yeah.
1939.
Yeah.
So this is the beginning of World War II, prior to our involvement.
Yeah.
So yep, nope. I would absolutely understand them saying the Free City of Danzig if they were in fact still free at that point.
That
2 weeks later they weren't free, and then we had to go kick Hitler's face in.
yeah. Make
Took us a few
comics
years to
about
do
it.
that. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
punching
Like a
Nazis,
punch.
punching
So
Nazis. Flatfoot Flanagan, that's fun. Cosmo, the Phantom of Disguise.
Ooh,
This
what a
also looks
odd art style.
it is a very interesting art style and also has some vaguely non-politically correct artwork as well.
Yeah.
I will
Oh,
say
didn't
while
see that before.
while I don't condone any of this, it is good to still preserve a lot of this and show that that it was very much a representation. But I'm glad we've moved past that.
Indeed. Oh, this plain clothes Pete.
Pete. This looks like a Popeye comic,
Right?
but he's a detective.
Plain clothes Pete.
He's playing Close Pete.
That's awesome. Maybe he was the inspiration for Matches Malone. The greatest.
Slam Bradley again
know
by
Slam
Siegel
Bradley.
and by
Yeah.
by Siegel and Schuster.
That was actually quite a successful one back in the day.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Slam Bradley. Siegel and Schuster just with the hits all the
Oh
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that kid stripping that nice lady on the ice.
Yeah.
Oof.
That's just a rude thing to do.
Yeah. I think that's the end of the story. Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, you can get
All American.
All American comics
Yeah.
and movie comics. Very cool.
It's good stuff.
So that is my book of the week. It's just blank cartridge pistols.
Yeah.
You got a
And
22.
that's just a regular.
Get a 22 for $1. And
That's
then
awesome.
6-shot automatic. I think these are toy guns though. Yeah, they're toy guns.
They are?
But yeah, if you
That's
check
disappointing.
the fine print on these is so old that it's really rough. But 25. That seems you get a toy gun for $1, but a whoopee cushion will cost you 25 cents. That seems a little steep. But you can get a G-Man billfolding badge for 29 cents.
That's kind of awesome.
Joy buzzer for 28 cents. You can learn how to throw your voice for 10 cents.
Throw your voice.
Ready to, you know, like that.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean, but like that, you have to learn that.
I mean, it's tactics.
Totally.
The year's biggest bargain is an electric telephone set completely electric, real serviceable phones.
Ooh.
Only 15,000 sets are available at this special half-price order for 59 cents.
Amazing.
I mean,
Dirt cheap.
dirt cheap.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's awesome.
and I mean, we could go over this whole thing with a fine tooth
There's so
comb.
many ads.
It's just, I mean, the ads, the stories, like we could go over this with a fine tooth comb.
I mean,
It-
obviously, like one of the most important comics of all
yes.
time. Like
So-
probably the second most important one.
So absolutely get one of these for your collection. It's
Yeah.
amazing. It's great. It's a great time capsule, and it will make you I mean, ain't nobody watching old enough to be nostalgic about that. I mean, shoot. Like I figured it up. So like that book came out whenever so my grandfather died at the age of 93 back in
Yeah.
2011.
Okay, yeah.
And he was 22 when that book came out.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
What's
he-
up with this Batman shit?
Yep.
Yeah.
He was right before.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, no, it would have been about a year before he joined the army. So yeah,
I got you.
it's
Okay.
like that's craziness
nuts.
to think that that's how much time has passed, or how little time has passed. It depends upon how you look at it. But yeah, that's all the books that we got for you today.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we'll have more stuff from Marvel and Independence, which this week Grimm comes out.
Oh,
another issue of
nice. I
Grimm.
need to catch up on that.
That's pretty much the biggest book of the year is Grimm. If it doesn't win all
Pretty
the
much.
awards, I'll be kind of shocked.
Yeah.
I
I say Human Target though.
I'm not knocking Human Target,
It's
But-
Human Target.
but I would be surprised if Grimm doesn't take home most of those awards. It is, of course, you know me, I like my independent
Of
books.
course. Yeah, you love your horror.
Love my horror books,
Yeah.
my independence. Grimm is kind of quirky and kind of it has that
Yeah.
horror humor kind of it kind of has a little bit of a Sam Raimi vibe to it.
Stephanie Phillips is really good at like humor stuff. Yeah, she's great. Yeah.
Uh,
Writer of Harley Quinn.
Yep.
Mhm.
Makes total sense.
Yeah.
But
I just don't know books about characters that no one else cares about. You know what I mean?
exactly. That
Yeah.
was the best thing. And not that nobody cares about Harley Quinn, because it seems like more people right now care about Harley Quinn than they do Batman.
Oh, no, I meant Human Target.
Oh, Human Target? Yeah, nobody cares about Human Target.
Yeah. It's great though.
Yeah, he's great. Speaking of, have you seen this week's episode yet of Harley Quinn?
Harley Quinn?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so great.
It was really good. It
Joker for mayor.
was a hilarious episode.
How would you ever convince people Joker for mayor? It's glorious. If you don't watch that show, go do it right now.
It's like the best thing DC
Yeah,
put out in
yeah.
a while, except for the new Batman movie. That was awesome.
I don't know. I would probably say I enjoy our battery died for our light.
Yeah.
Oh well, it happens.
It happened.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's probably the
Quick lighting changes. That's
Yep.
what we're about here.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Sandman. If you haven't watched Sandman,
Yeah.
get on it, doggone it. I haven't watched this week.
Great.
I haven't watched the new episode that they dropped. It was a busy weekend for me, so but Sandman is so good.
It's really good. Really, really
I
good.
mean, the book is a masterpiece, and the show is just again another thing that if that thing don't win a stack of Emmys, I'll be pissed. I might go kicking down people's doors. Be like, "What do you mean?"
What do you mean? You don't know about Hob and his beautiful
That was a
story.
great.
That was always like one of my favorite issues.
Oh
of the
yeah,
comic.
that
It's so
episode
good.
was great. You had the death issue, and then
Yeah.
you had the
Oh,
Hob
God.
issue right behind.
Yeah.
Both
So
didn't
good.
need their own episode, but then
Yeah.
mashing them together was
It's a good idea.
It's a very good idea and very nice.
For sure.
Uh,
Just like the new one.
Yes.
Yeah. Calliope and 300,000 Cats.
Yep.
I'm excited for the Cats one. Calliope is going to be a bummer.
Chris got Netflix back, so she'll be watching. Yeah. I mean, all you got to
Nice.
do is get a new email address and get that trial. Thank you, Kay. You're a liar. You look gorgeous. I'm an angry old bearded troll.
You're great. But yes, I am gorgeous. Thank you for noticing.
But yeah. Let's see. I don't think that we have anything else to ramble about tonight. Do we have anything else to ramble about?
I got one.
What you got?
I got one
What you
thing.
got?
Read Mr. Miracle. Do it. Please. Please. Anybody? Read Mr. Miracle. It's really good.
I'm gonna go
So
assault.
good.
I'm gonna go assault my employee now for his ridiculous obsession with Mr. Miracle.
It's really good.
It's a good book.
It's really good. We got
He doesn't
Miracle
shut
Man
up
coming later,
He
which
doesn't- he
Miracle
doesn't
Man's
shut-
also awesome.
He doesn't shut up about either one of them.
They're
So
really
much so that it will make you mix them up, or not care which one's which because somebody won't shut the fuck up about them. I mean, of course you are, Kayla. Of course you're listening to what Chandler has to say.
I got one.
Which I will tell you, listening to what Chandler has to say is perfectly fine if you will recommend something other than Mr. Miracle or Miracle Man.
Howard the Duck. It's Chip, who is the best right now.
It is Chip
Yeah.
and Chip Zdarsky doing Howard the Duck is somehow surprisingly, well, I mean, Chip Zdarsky, so it's not surprising. Just the subject matter is like,
Yeah.
hey, we took a he recommended Sex Criminals. I told him to read Sex Criminals.
What? No way.
Blake probably did.
Yeah, I was about to say that was Blake. yeah. I remember because he was really weird about this sex book.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
like, I got one for you. Blake was great. I got one for you, but I can't put it on the shelf.
Exactly. Yeah. It's called
Sex Criminals. It's called Sex Criminals.
Yeah. It's got sex in it.
Yes.
You know,
If you haven't read Sex Criminals, it is
it's pretty good.
it is wonderfully
pretty good.
batshit crazy. Who was that? Name escapes me.
What, Fraction?
Yes, Fraction.
Yeah, Fraction
Yep,
and
Fraction.
Zdarsky. Yeah.
Yep,
yeah.
Fraction is Zdarsky. That was a Matt Fraction is super awesome.
It's a great panel in the comic of them, and Matt's about to suck Chip's toes while he's lighting a cigar with a comic book that's on fire. It's pretty great.
And that's not even the best part of it.
That's like early in. That's very early on.
What else? What else you got other than Miracles?
Buy some graphic novels. Deceased has a new book.
Deceased does have
is the best.
Deceased.
Yeah.
Okay, so like
Better than
Deceased
Marvel
is regularly compared to Marvel Zombies, and
So much better.
Marvel Zombies. The first two story arcs are actually really solid and a lot of fun. And then they just go off the rails and get stupid. 5 wasn't a bad return, but we're
Yeah,
up to like
Howard and Machine,
7.
Wild
I think
West.
it's like 7 of them now or something like that. A
Yes.
couple of offshoots.
Yeah, they had a new one not long ago.
Yeah, we don't talk about that one.
Yeah.
However, Deceased was started strong and still going pretty strong. It's a really solid zombie book, and it has it has an ongoing story that keeps on building on it. So, yes, we do need to order more Deceased volume 1s.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because we keep running out of them, which is a good thing. We also need to order more Sandman volume 1s because we keep running out of those too, because Sandman's awesome.
It is awesome. Also, Flintstones. That one too.
Flintstones goes hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a minute since Marvel's really blown me out of the water with something that's really solid.
Daredevil.
Daredevil, the new
Daredevil's
Captain
solid.
America stuff is really it is
Pretty
really
good.
United States of Captain America was really good.
Yeah.
Gave you the warm and fuzzies.
Yeah.
Without glossing over the bad things. It
Yeah.
acknowledges the bad. That's the thing that I like, especially now that we got Sam and Steve being Cap concurrently.
Yeah, they have their
We're not-
books. Yeah.
We're not glossing over the bad stuff. We are acknowledging and saying we can be better than that. And that's what Cap
Yeah.
is about. So
That's
it's
the best.
they've actually had some pretty good runs lately. Well, actually, I mean, there hasn't been a Cap book in about a year and a half.
Yep. So like since
Coke-
Tiny, yeah.
Coach
Exactly.
ran its course, and which was really good also.
Yeah. that was pretty good.
But yeah, we went about
Yeah.
a year and a half without having anything good because Avengers is me.
Yeah, actually, you know who's about to take over the Avengers while this Judgment Day stuff's going on?
What's that?
Mark Russell, who writer of the Flintstones.
If Russell's taking over
Yeah.
Avengers, it might be time to start reading Avengers
I
again.
am for sure. Yeah,
We-
that's gonna be magnificent.
Uh,
And when he was writing Batman, it was weird.
I have a feeling we're just trying to find reasons to keep talking and to keep seeing how long
Oh yeah.
Kay and Chris will hang on.
We're
We're hazardous to your budget.
Yeah.
We are, but the great thing about working here, Chris, is you just read the graphic novels off the wall.
Yeah.
I mean,
the
that's-
voice.
The Boys.
Yeah.
We finally got Dear Becky in.
Oh, that's true.
Dear
It
Becky
took
Trey. Yeah,
forever
it
to
did
put
take
that
him
in
forever.
check.
It was like
Yeah.
over like a year and a half ago. So
Right? Yeah.
yeah, Dynamite's I got nothing better to do. We love you too, Kay
Yeah.
and Chris. And I'm sure Josh is there too. Actually, no, I don't think Josh gets off of work for a little bit longer. So yep. I like how she responded that fast.
It's pretty fast.
Um,
Oh man.
or maybe that's why she doesn't have anything better to do, is because Josh doesn't get there until 12:40. At this point, anybody who is still tolerating us, that is not Kayla or Chris.
Good on you.
We're just awesome. We're just rambling about dumb shit and comics. With
like books.
with two of our employees. So yeah, yep. Because this only show,
show.
yeah, that's the show. Is just that's why I bring Chandler on. So because normally this show, we should do a podcast.
That'd be kind of great. Yeah.
We would probably need to script it so it doesn't go completely off the rails like this.
Or at least have some bullet points.
Yeah, bullet points. Bullet points would.
This is all just.
If this is just
freestyle.
whatever
Off the cuff.
off the cuff.
Yeah.
We'll just
Thoughts and
random.
emotions.
Yeah, because he's going to talk about Mr. Miracle at least one more time before we hang up. I'm probably going to make a reference to Death of Superman or Nightfall at least one more time before we but before ones. They're great. They're classic.
There it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I referenced Death in the Family. So I mean that was kind of
you get all the 80s, early
90s, 90s, the stuff when I was a kid.
I'm getting this stuff from 5 years ago.
We will probably stick to bullet points, but the bullet points don't mean that she said I don't think y'all stick to bullet points. So the bullet points are just guiding points that we will mention, and then we will go completely off the rails, and then we'll be like, oh yeah, we wanted to talk about this too, and then because most of y'all that watch Monday Night Madness know this is a 5-minute show. Like,
yeah,
this could be a TikTok. This could be a TikTok, and we're here 36 minutes later.
Nice. Good stuff.
So yeah. I'm just trying to think, is there anything else to ramble about?
Read Mr. Miracle, of course, and besides that,
it's the 30th anniversary of Death of Superman, so pick up a trade for Death of Superman and get caught back up, because they're going to be doing some special stuff in October and November for it.
They will. It's gonna be awesome.
It is going to be awesome. Yeah. Dan Jurgens might actually write a good book for the first time in like 25 years.
Here's hoping. Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. I don't think
love your old art, Dan.
Dan, like, your art is my childhood. I'm sorry to make you feel older than me because you're older than me, but he makes me feel older than him all the damn time. So, and not like Dan Jurgens ever is going to see this.
True. Yeah, but if
so
you killing my heroes, Dan, you
keep doing it.
No,
you're at your best whenever you're killing heroes
and
then bringing them back. And you better give them mullets too. If they don't have mullets, they're not like.
There's a very brief moment in time where I forgot about the whole like onesie mullet.
Everybody in the late 80s and early 90s had a onesie. Yep, onesies and mullets, bro.
Yeah, guns.
At least it wasn't Angel of Death Punisher.
There's Superman with a gun, kind of.
There's nothing worse than Angel of Death Punisher. Actually, no. You know what?
Well, there is the Black Punisher.
We don't talk about Black Punisher.
Yeah, that look that up, guys.
So
just for
here, the Punisher came across some gangbangers in New York City, and needed some and met up with Luke Cage, and Luke Cage needed some help cleaning out some neighborhoods. And in order to blend in and covertly, he got into blackface.
Yes.
For about 6 issues. Actually, no, I think it was about 4 issues.
I think it was like 6.
It might have been like
it should have been.
It was longer than it should have been. But yeah, Frank Castle had surgery to alter his skin color so that he could help infiltrate the gangs, so that him and Luke Cage could take them down together. And then just magically was white again the next issue.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Good stuff. Not
while if you remove the blackface, the story isn't terrible, and there was no reason for him to really get into blackface in the first
Well,
place.
Yeah.
It was a different time, and sadly it wasn't that long ago whenever this happened. It was within my lifetime.
It was like late 80s, early 90s, something like that.
Late 80s. It was
Late
like
80s.
89, 88, 89, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
It was right in the middle. It was like the 50s. That run went 109 or 113 issues, and it was like right in the late 50s, early 60s issues.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, that is probably the lowest point of comics that I can think of in modern era.
Yeah.
But
You know.
story-wise,
There's some.
so yet Angel of Death Punisher was bad. And
Yeah.
Marvel Extreme was just bad as a whole.
That one's great.
Mar-
That one's
if-
very funny.
Marvel Extreme. So in the mid 90s, everything had to be extreme. For those of you
Yeah.
that don't remember the mid 90s, which nobody here listening to us rambling, unless my wife happens to be watching too, remembers the mid 90s. Everything had to be extreme. Oh, extreme.
Yeah.
So everything
Tough.
like, oh yeah. So for like
Yeah.
almost 2 years, everything from Marvel came with foil pressed hi Jessica. You're
shit.
saying she's
Hey.
watching Kayla. Hey.
Amazing.
I don't know you, Jessica. He knows you. I just hear a lot about you.
She's all right.
Yeah, forget Chris is older than she looks. So Chris might remember whenever everything was she was a wee lass whenever everything was extreme.
Yeah.
And everything came in foil pressed covers, and everybody
Looks
was
better.
just a whole different, like, they didn't have mullets, they just all had long hair and ponytails. And it was,
bullets flying around. There's a few.
we had
There's a
moved
few.
past mullets at that point. It was just long hair
time
and
of the bullets.
ponytail. It was the time of the mullet is like 88 through like 94.
Yeah.
And from like 94 to like 98 was the day of the ponytail.
Oh yeah.
So,
man.
so
There's a lot of ponytails. Young
lots.
Bloods.
Yeah,
Strike Force.
all of Image.
Whatever Will Spataccio made.
The only reason why Al Simmons didn't have a ponytail was because all of his
Well,
hair
it's-
was ripped off.
Yeah. He's a horrible burn victim.
But Angela had a ponytail. I mean, she was a lady, so it wasn't abnormal. But most times she
Yeah.
ran around with a ponytail during that
True.
time period.
Yeah.
Even though she had a beautiful all red hair all over the place. It was either
Yeah.
all over the place and like was doing the Spawn cape, but it was
Yeah,
hair,
totally.
or it was
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
ponytail. There was no in between.
That's
It's
just, that's just Todd.
You got
He got that character ripped away from him.
you got to look. Oh yeah, he did. That was
because he was kind of a dick.
yeah, and it all comes back around to. That brings us back to Neil Gaiman was the one who took the
Yes.
Yes.
With backing in Marvel.
yes with the backing of Marvel.
Who writes Miracle Man? Yes. I love it. It's the best.
The grunge hair. You know, scene hair was pretty awesome, Kayla. Grunge hair was too. I actually, so in the early 90s,
Yeah.
I had Superman's haircut.
Okay.
It was so bad. It was
Yeah.
it was bad. I thought I was cool. I even had the Superman curl kicking.
What?
Wait,
You had the spit curl?
Now,
Then you
now
are
look
cool,
at my hair.
bro. If you had the spit curl and pulled it off for even a second, yeah, you're cool. You got
Oh,
that.
dude. So like I would take
That's
my sister's
awesome.
curling iron every morning, and after they fixed their hair, I would
Yeah.
go in and I would just like give myself a Superman curl.
Yeah.
And
That's
it was
awesome.
so bad. Yes, I got made fun of this shit because now it's cool to be a comic book fan. And like that. In 1994, it was not.
Yeah.
Um,
They just never heard of Superman. They didn't know.
they didn't know.
Yeah.
They were wrong.
You got it, man.
It's always great whenever people used to pick on you for being a nerd back in the day. Now are like the same people that have subscriptions with you,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna
See how it
gatekeep.
is.
I'm not gonna gatekeep, but you're a
Yeah.
piece of shit.
Right? Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
We're
We're
gonna
not.
beat you up in the alleyway later.
You know, for beating me up in the alleyway 20
Yeah.
years ago.
Exactly. Sweet, sweet vengeance.
Sweet
Batman.
vengeance is pretty.
Bringing it back to DC.
Swear to me.
Swear to me. Rachel. It's the best. Probably time.
Yeah, we
Probably
have
not.
stretched a TikTok length of merchandise into me and Chandler rambling for 45 minutes. While only our employees and their roommates watch us.
True.
We could
Appreciate the support, guys.
thanks.
Yeah.
Best part of my Mondays. Chris, that makes me sad for your Mondays.
I think we're pretty good. I think we got this.
Probably.
Yeah.
Go-
For all the listeners at home, I got this.
He's got this. Chandler's got it.
Yeah.
So same bat time, same bat channel next week.
Yes, read Mr. Miracle. That's my sign off, I think.
You know what? I'm gonna read Mr. Miracle
2 out of
just to
10.
shut you up.
10 out of 10.
2 out of 10. Are you talking
10 out of
February
10.
10th? Because I think we're better than a 2 out of 10, Kayla. That's
She's talking about how I got this. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got this.
I got this.
He's got this.
I got this. Read Mr. Miracle and Miracle Man. Okay. That's it. We're done.
We're
Yeah.
done.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Read Mr.